Audiobook titled Assistant Professor Dr. RAHMI ORUC GUVENC, The Eternal Sheikh, written by Aziz Serhat Kural, narrated by Subhash Chander, publisher TekTime. Acknowledgement. I owe a debt of gratitude to Yasser Guvenc, Andrea Aziz Guvenc, Kanike Guvenc Ake, and Emre Basaran for their material and spiritual support during the preparation of this book. Content. Chapter 1. How I Met Oruc Guvenc. Chapter 2. Ethnic Origins and Childhood. Chapter 3. Oruc Bey's Acquaintance with Sufism. Oruc Bey's Prayer. Chapter 4. Oruc Bey's Diet. Recommended Foods. Not Recommended Foods. Chapter 5. Oruc Bey and Music. The Donasham. Transformation Music Group. Tumata Group. Music Therapy. The beginning of Oruc Bey's connections with Europe. Centers, schools in Europe, and other activities. Istanbul University Ethnomusicology Research and Application Center. Friendship Bridge Festivals, From the Heart to Medicine, From Medicine to the Heart Symposia and Voices of Light Concerts. From Heart to Medicine and From Medicine to Heart Symposia. Regenerative Medicine and Spirituality. Yasser Guvenc, Otak Music Center and the Museum. Otak Music Center. Tuesday Rehearsals. The awards received by Oruc Guvenc. Sufi Tour. Sema. Talks Sobets. The Sobet Manners of Oruc Guvenc. Sobet Contents. Chapter 6. Hoja Ahmad Esavi and Turkud. Chapter 7. Epilogue. Chapter 1. How I Met Oruc Guvenc. Believe me, it never occurred to me that I would write this book. In fact, when the thought of writing a book about Oruc Guvenc first came to my mind, I asked my friend Emre Basaran, a close associate of Mr. Oruc Guvenc, in his musical and spiritual endeavors, whether he might carry out such a project. In reply, he told me that it would be more appropriate if I took care of the matter. That is why I would like to start with how I met Oruc Bey. Bey is used as Mr. or Sir in Turkish. However, note that it follows the first name instead of the surname as in the West. It was either 1979 or 80 and I was playing in a chess tournament. A long time has passed since then, so I don't remember exactly which tournament it was, but I think it was the Musa Debi Memorial Tournament where I finished among the top 3 and received a small monetary prize. At this tournament, I was playing against Ali Ipek, who later went on to win the FIDE Master title. FIDE is a master title of the International Chess Federation. Ali made a sidelong attack from his king's side, deftly capturing my castle with his bishop. At that point, I believe he thought he had won the game. But after he captured my castle, I was able to retrieve the pieces I had lost and improve my position with a particular pawn move. Ali, surprised by my pawn maneuver, had to think long and hard as to what to play next. In the end, the game was adjourned. In the late 70s and early 80s, there was no internet or personal computers and smartphones were not yet available. In those days, if a chess game took too long, it was adjourned and continued at a later date determined by the referee. However, nowadays, since it is possible to analyze a game with computers, with a few modifications, the guillotine or sudden death system is applied, whereby a player who exceeds the time limit immediately loses the game. Anyway, the game was adjourned and I was 1 pawn up. I went home and realized that despite being a pawn up, I was losing in a problematic fashion. However, I was aware that my opponent might not be able to see this because any normal analysis would have indicated that I was winning. With many thoughts in my mind, I arrived at the chess center on the day the game was to resume. Ali had also come. We talked and decided between us that the game should end in a draw without further play. Afterwards, when Ali commented that I could have won, I showed him the intricate
Sample complete. Ready to continue?